Okay, enter name. Okay, we're definitely not naming ourselves Shinobi. Are you kidding me?
You just gonna go generic, huh, Devin? Ain't gonna be as creative as Phoenix.
Oh no, we're definitely not going baloney. I don't.
You can name yourself Salami.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
She's about to find it. She's on 8. There we go. She found it.
Smell aspiration. It's not your tailpipe. It's a little bit of gay and
Happy feet. One more combo. That ain't done.
Alright, go away. Knight. Oh my god, Knight, please.
Get yourself. Oh, get him.
Yeah.
Run.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. I'm dead.
Get him.
Force him in. Get up. Nice. Oh.
Dead?
Yeah, he is.
PK fire! PK fire! PK fire! PK fire! PK fire!
Alright, get all of them. The Shroud. The Shroud.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？本は匠できれぶ。
Oh, that dude is gonna be super dead.
It's no use!
I think he's dead. We got another one.
Devin, we get the Shroud.
I can't even tell if this game is bad or not.
I'm actually really glad I chose defensive because I can just create a wall and never get hit by anything.
Yeah, the defense is really strong in this game. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, everything just stop.
My game is frozen as fuck.
My game froze.
But on that note, that was all for the insert disc. Sorry for the shorter podcast than usual.
Nah, there's still
Only
more
1
to
hour.
talk about. Screw you, Chris.
What do we got? What do we have? What do we have, Phoenix? There's
Boruto.
nothing left. All right, Boruto.
Yeah. I said I'll tell you about it today.
Right. Hey, come on, man. You know me. I got bad memory. All right, let's talk about Boruto.
Look at this dude.
You're right. See, this is what I get. This is why I'm not allowed to lead.
So
talk about
have you played it?
I played the closed beta. I don't know how different it is from the open beta, but I played the closed one.
I doubt it's any different.
All right,
I'm gonna be honest here. So, okay, you tell me when it stops sounding familiar. You make a character.
It stops sounding familiar.
All right.
No. You make a character on that too.
You get to choose which village you come from. Which I'm a black guy, so of course I'm gonna go Cloud Village. Duh.
Respect, represent.
Either that, it was gonna be Cloud or Leaf Village. You do a tutorial. You're in the hub world. You go to the VR thing, the VR ninja training, as it's called, and then you play against other players.
Now that is actually new.
So what do you do? What do you do in a closed beta?
I think in the closed beta we were still testing out. I don't know if it was just because I couldn't find a game, but we were just testing out, skills. so we were playing against bots, from what I remember. So they were like testing skills and making sure everything was actually stable before you start fighting other people.
Yeah.
But it was also super hard to actually find a game in the closed beta, despite the fact that it's a closed beta.
You mean because it's a closed beta? You have a limited
Yeah,
population.
because... Well, I feel like because it's a closed beta, it should be easier to find games. Because, you know... Okay, it should be either easier or hard depending on beta. Because, you know, if it's a closed beta, you would usually have a lot of people playing for that authentic feeling of, hey, I played this before anyone else. But, I don't know. I feel like you should have a lot more games because of the fact that no one's, like, it's not as open. You're not going to have, a huge amount of players clouding up the servers. While in the open beta, I would imagine you would have a bunch of players doing that. I think that's why Terra had a lot of issues till they fixed it.
Well, yeah. I can see your point then. All right.
But I personally enjoyed the closed beta. I hope I have the ability to play the open beta later on. It's just that every time the beta's been open, I had to work.
It's probably available
Which
right
sucks.
now, I think.
I might play it later on then, like before Toonami starts. But yeah, I think Hidden Rain. I'm pretty sure it's able to be picked. I made myself a black Hidden Rain guy. I don't know why. I think I had some joke at some point about the fact that I'm like the one black guy whose mixtape so hot it's cold.
Oh my god! Stop!
It wasn't a good joke. It was a joke, but not a good one. But did they have the master system for
Where you can play some of the
open?
Master Ninjas?
Yeah.
Yes.
That I don't remember being in the closed beta. Yeah, in closed beta. I'm interested in seeing what they do with that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they're going to do it like they had on Xenoverse, where you assign yourself to one master, and they teach you their moves. Then you can move on to another master, and they teach you their moves, which would be cool. I'd like that. Probably the one thing that Xenoverse had that was actually pretty decent.
Oh, cool. The beta's still going on. Actually, it just started an hour ago.
Bet I'm going to play it right after this.
All right, so here I took some notes. So I described it as I think it's a Naruto Storm or any of those games light. I actually described it also similar to Dissidia and Xenoverse, especially Dissidia NT.
Oh yeah, it's got that play style of Dissidia and Xenoverse.
Anyone listening who hasn't played it and somehow listened before the game came out, which that's a weird time frame for you to be listening. So if you're familiar with Dissidia was a 1v1 not Super Smash Bros, but I called it the Super Smash Brothers of Final Fantasy because it took the most popular characters from all the Final Fantasy games and you played each other. And how that worked is there was a leveling mechanic, there was equipment and stats, and as you leveled up, you unlock new skills, and you can pick and choose which skills you have into your character. So when you put them out to play people, use those skills. And they also had link skills and such and such. And then when Dissidia NT came out, which was originally an arcade game, when they put it on console, what they ended up doing was they made it 3v3 instead of 1v1.
It's actually 3v1 simulator.
Okay, so it's on paper 3v3. What's happening is you're going to get 3v1 while your two teammates are doing nothing. Anyway, so they made it 3v3 class-based where there's 4 classes and all the characters do some certain role. For example, Lightning is an assassin, as in she's very fast. She has fast-hitting moves, but not really high health or far-reaching moves. Or Terra from Final Fantasy VI is a ranger who casts magic spells. And so in order to compensate for that, they added roles but took out the characterization of each individual character. So they always have these default moves you can use, but you can never change out what moves you want for them. Naruto, Shinobi,
Naruto to Boruto, Shinobi Strikers.
In a similar system, kind of does that where they trade out some of the more fighting game mechanics systems in it, and instead they give you a 4v4 game, which with 4 different roles that you play into and do a similar thing. In this case, I think it's a little bit better implemented because you're not hard locked on to someone. You can freeform it. But
yeah,
I think
was actually a pretty good addition.
I think the issue is what's worse than even Cydia is it's not balanced very well.
Oh no. Currently it's super imbalanced.
So the 4 roles, and when me and Chris play, I'm going to show him the power of doing this. You have attacker, who is your rushdown character, your assassin essentially. You have the range, who constantly throw projectiles out. That's their special stuff. You have the defender, who is defense base, so they have stuff to lock down area and block for their team. And then you have support, who can heal their teammates, heal themselves, and also stun enemies. That's the default. And then you have masters you can actually play, at least in the beta currently, and they have even more broken stuff. For example, Sakura can just never die. It's almost impossible to kill her because her sustain is so powerful that she'll keep herself alive. Or Kakashi, as a rushdown character, can use his Sharingan to neutralize Jutsus.
Hold on. I did not know about him being able to neutralize Jutsu.
Yeah, we had to look it up.
Is it with Kamui?
No.
Kamui is his ult.
Kamui is his ultimate.
That's actually broken.
So
what are they thinking?
I forgot to mention, they're also an ultimate meter, which depending on the character, and so there's a difference between your created character, and at least in this game they give you default skills. I don't know if you can change them now. And then the masters have their own unique skills, which usually are stronger versions with higher cooldown. So what James, Devin, and I did is, so I played defense, and then James played offense, and Devin did range. And what we would do is, especially the first time we played together, I use my defense character Jitsu Sand Barrier, which makes me immune to all attacks until you break my shield. And if you touch it, if you're an enemy, it pushes you back. And I would just force my enemy into a corner so they can't move and let James come in with a Kamui and then just kill them.
You are evil. That's going to be gone when the game comes out for sure.
Or the other strat is there is a scroll that comes in at the start of the match. And getting the scroll will add like Super Smash Brothers like shenanigans going on. For example, I don't know who it is, Chris. Do you know that frog Naruto has?
Gamabunta?
Yes.
Or Gamakichi?
It's the red one with the pipe.
Gamabunta.
So you get the scroll, and then it will just summon him on the field, and then he'll just start drawing like meteors at you.
So it's like the crystal mechanic in
Yes.
the City NT.
Yeah. Except you don't charge it up. You just get it, and it happens. And it's randomized. The scroll randomizes every time you use it. It doesn't matter what map you're on. And the thing that makes it really bullshit is, so I'm playing defense character. I told you I can keep my enemies away, right? So we jump onto the scroll landing site. At the halfway point, I activate my ability and stand right in the middle, forcing my opponent to be unable to ever touch the scroll.
They're going to have to fix that ability. That sounds so disgusting.
And then I get the scroll, and then I bounce. So there's a lot of broken stuff like that. And in certain stages, other classes just become really bullshitty, especially the range, as they have 2 Jitsus that throw projectiles at you. And how the mechanic works, actually exactly the same as Cydia. After you get hit by the wall, be slammed to the wall a number of times, or get hit while you're on the wall, you'll be unable to move the character for a certain amount of time. And the second map they had available was the Sand Village, training area, which has a bunch of chasms that you can just fall and die to. So what would happen is the enemy team will run like 3 ranged characters and just focus one person until they are hard stuck on a wall, forcing them to fall to their death.
I think you're banned from the game.
Yeah. No, that wasn't me, but that's like, I think there's a bunch of things they actually need to take into consideration if they're going to go with the system. Otherwise, I had a pretty decent time playing it, but I wouldn't buy it.
I'm going to have to buy it to give a full, analysis.
He loves Naruto.
And I want to play it. Yeah, I do like me some Naruto games. I love Naruto and I love character creation. So I see those two. I might have to give it a try. I'm probably going to buy a disc version so I can, get probably $5 or $40 in store credit if I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll totally get back to you on a legit review. Oh God, why did I say it like that? A real review.
I mean, you're saying the same thing. You just add legitness.
But why? Why did I have to say legit? Anyways, I'll give you a true review when the game comes out, or at least the Saturday after the game comes out.